My girlfriend Emma and I had been together for 2 years when her ex moved back to town. His name was Tyler. They dated in college for 3 years, broke up when he moved across the country for work. That was 4 years before I met Emma. She talked about him sometimes, always said they ended on good terms, no drama, just grew apart, different life paths. I never felt threatened by him. He was her past. I was her present. Or so I thought. If you like real relationship stories, hit subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Tyler moved back in March. Emma told me casually one night. Said he was taking a job here. Would be living downtown. I asked if she planned to see him. She said, probably. They had a lot of mutual friends. It would be weird to avoid him. I said, okay, I trusted her. The first time I met Tyler was at a group dinner. Our friend group planned it. About 12 people. Emma and I showed up together. Tyler was already there, sitting at the end of the table. Emma saw him and her face lit up. She walked over. He stood up. They hugged. A long hug. Longer than I hug my friends. She pulled back smiling, said it was so good to see him. He said the same. They stood there talking for a minute. I stood next to Emma waiting. She finally introduced us, said this is my boyfriend. Tyler shook my hand, said nice to meet you. I said the same. But something felt off. The way Emma looked at him, the way she was still touching his arm, the way they fell into easy conversation like no time had passed. During dinner, they sat across from each other, talked the whole time, about college, about that philosophy class they both hated, about the professor who could not pronounce anyone's name, about the time they drove to the beach at 3 a.m, about mutual friends I had never met, about inside jokes I did not understand. Emma would say, remember when? Tyler would laugh. Say, oh my God, yes. They would tell the story together, finishing each other's sentences. The whole table would laugh. I would smile. But I did not get it. I was not there. Emma barely looked at me. When she did, it was quick. A glance, a smile, then back to Tyler. I tried to join the conversation a few times, asked about one of the stories. Emma explained briefly, then went back to talking to Tyler. I felt like a stranger, at a table with my own girlfriend. After dinner, Emma was quiet on the drive home. I asked if she had fun. She said yes. It was nice seeing everyone. I asked how it felt seeing Tyler again. She said fine, totally normal. I asked if it was weird. She said no. Why would it be weird? I said no reason, just checking. She said I was being paranoid. That Tyler was just a friend now, part of the group. I needed to relax. I tried to relax. The second time was at a house party 2 weeks later. Same friend group. Someone's birthday. Emma and I arrived together. Tyler was in the kitchen. Emma walked straight to him. Another long hug. She laughed at something he said. That laugh. The one she used to only use with me. I got a drink and stood nearby. Watched them talk. Her hand on his shoulder, his hand briefly on her back. Small touches, casual, but constant. The kind of touches you do not think about. The kind that come naturally, from muscle memory, from years of being together. I noticed other things too. The way she angled her body toward him. The way she played with her hair when he talked. The way she laughed. That specific laugh. The one I thought was just for me. I felt sick. My stomach tight. My chest heavy. Emma caught my eye and waved me over. I walked over slowly. She put her arm around my waist, casual, performative. Said Tyler was just telling her about his new apartment. Downtown. 2-bedroom. Great view. Tyler described it in detail. The exposed brick, the high ceilings, the rooftop access. Emma asked questions, seemed genuinely interested. More interested than she ever was in our apartment. Tyler said we should all come over sometime. Have a game night or something. Emma said that would be fun. Her eyes lit up. I said maybe. We stayed at the party for 2 hours. Emma spent most of it with Tyler. They migrated from room to room together. Kitchen to living room to balcony, balcony back to kitchen. Always together, always talking, always laughing. I tried to stay close, but every time I approached, they were mid-conversation about something I was not part of. I felt like I was intruding on something private, even though it was happening in public, even though Emma was my girlfriend. When I pulled Emma aside to leave, she looked disappointed, said we just got here. I said we had been there for 2 hours. She said it did not feel that long. She was having fun. I said I was tired. She said fine, we could go, but she did not talk to me on the drive home. The third time was a group hike. Someone organized it. Sunday morning, 8 of us. Emma was excited, said it had been forever since we all did something like this. Tyler came. Of course, he was part of the group now. We started hiking. Emma fell into step next to Tyler. I walked behind them, listened to them talk about college hiking trips, about that time they got lost in the mountains, about inside jokes. Always inside jokes. Tyler said, "Remember when?" Emma would laugh, say, "Oh my God, yes." They would talk about it. I would have no idea what they were talking about. At one point, the trail narrowed. Single file. Tyler went first. Emma went second. I went third. Tyler reached back to help Emma over a rocky section. She took his hand. He pulled her up. She thanked him. They kept holding hands for a second. Just a second. But I saw it. When we stopped for a break, Emma sat next to Tyler, not next to me. I sat on a different rock, watched them share a water bottle, watched them take a selfie together, watched her lean her head on his shoulder for the photo. My chest felt tight. I wanted to say something. But what? They were not doing anything wrong, just being friends, old friends. But it did not feel like just friends. On the hike back, I walked faster, got ahead of the group. Emma did not notice. She was too busy laughing at something Tyler said. That night, I brought it up. Told Emma I felt uncomfortable with how much time she was spending with Tyler. She got defensive. Said she was not spending that much time with him. We just happened to be at the same events. I said she seemed really focused on him. She said he was her friend. I said it felt like more than that. She said I was being jealous, that I needed to trust her. I said I did trust her. But the boundaries felt blurry. She said there were no boundaries to worry about. Tyler was her past. I was her present. I should not feel threatened. But I did feel threatened. The fourth time was at a dinner party. Smaller group, 6 of us, sitting around someone's dining table. Emma sat next to Tyler. I sat across from them, watched them all night. The way they leaned toward each other when they talked. The way they finished each other's sentences. The way Emma touched his arm constantly. Laughing at his jokes. Looking at him more than anyone else. At one point, someone asked how they knew each other. Tyler said we dated in college. Best relationship I ever had. He looked at Emma when he said it. Emma blushed. Said, "Stop." But she was smiling. I felt like I was going to throw up. After dinner, we stayed for drinks. Emma and Tyler ended up on the couch together. Close, their legs almost touching. Talking quietly. I sat in a chair across the room. Watched them. No one else seemed to notice. Or care. This was just Tyler and Emma. The way they had always been. I was the outsider. The new person who did not understand their dynamic. When we left that night, I was quiet. Emma asked what was wrong. I said nothing. She said I was being moody. I said I was tired. She dropped it. But I could not drop it. I could not stop thinking about the way she looked at him. The way she lit up when he walked into a room. The way she touched him. Casual touches, friendly touches, but constant. The 5th time was the breaking point. Another group hangout, bar downtown, Friday night. Emma and I got there early, got drinks, found a table. Tyler showed up 20 minutes later. Emma saw him walk in, jumped up, walked over, hugged him. A long hug. She stayed at the bar with him, ordering drinks, talking, laughing. I sat at the table alone, watched them. They looked like a couple. The way they stood close, the way they mirrored each other's body language, the way they seemed completely absorbed in each other. Emma did not come back to the table for 15 minutes. When she did, Tyler came with her, sat next to her, not across, next to her, their shoulders touching. I sat across from them, felt invisible. They talked across me, about work, about college friends, about plans to visit someone next month, plans I did not know about. I interrupted, asked Emma when she was planning to visit someone. She looked surprised, said, "Oh, Tyler and I were just talking about it." Nothing definite. I asked if I was invited. She said, of course. If it happens. But the way she said it, the way she looked at Tyler when she said it, I knew I was not invited. Not really. This was their thing. I stayed for one drink, then said I had to go. Early morning tomorrow. Emma said she would stay, catch a ride with someone else. I said, okay, left her there, with Tyler. I walked to my car, sat in the parking lot, watched through the window, watched Emma lean closer to Tyler, watched him put his arm on the back of her chair, watched her laugh, touch his chest, play with her hair, all the things she used to do with me. I drove home, lay in bed, waited for her to come home. She got back around 1 in the morning, stumbled in, a little drunk. Smiling, I asked if she had fun. She said yes. Everyone stayed late. It was a good night. I asked if Tyler was there the whole time. She said yes. Why? I said no reason. She said I needed to stop being weird about Tyler. He was just a friend. I said it did not feel that way. She said that was my problem, not hers. She was not doing anything wrong. I said the boundaries were not clear. She said there were boundaries. They were just friends. I said friends do not act the way you act with him. She said I was being controlling, that I was trying to tell her who she could be friends with. I said I was not trying to control her. I was trying to protect our relationship. She said our relationship was fine. I was creating problems that did not exist. I said I did not feel like a priority anymore. She said that was ridiculous. I was her boyfriend. Of course I was a priority. But her actions did not match her words. I asked her point blank, "Do you still have feelings for Tyler?" She paused, opened her mouth, closed it, looked away. That pause told me everything. That hesitation, that inability to immediately say no. She finally said no, but her voice was quiet, uncertain. It was not convincing. I said I did not believe her. She got angry. Her voice got louder, said I was being insecure, that she chose me. She was with me, not him. That should be enough. I said it was not enough, not when her actions told a different story. I said choosing me means choosing me, not choosing me while keeping him as close as possible, not choosing me while touching him constantly, not choosing me while laughing at all his jokes, not choosing me while posting photos with him. She said I was exaggerating, making something out of nothing. I said I was not, and I was done. I could not do this anymore. Because she was not choosing me, not really. Every time we were in a group, she gravitated to him. Every conversation came back to him. Every touch, every laugh, every look, it was all him. She said I was exaggerating. I said I was not, and I was done. She asked what that meant. I said I could not do this anymore. I could not be in a relationship where I felt like the third wheel, where I had to compete with her ex for her attention, where I was constantly wondering if she still loved him. She started crying, said she did not still love him, that she loved me, that she would set better boundaries. I asked what boundaries. She did not have an answer. I said exactly, because she did not want boundaries with him. She wanted him in her life, as much as possible. And I could not be okay with that. She begged me not to do this, said we could work it out, we could go to therapy, she would talk to Tyler, set clear limits. I said no, because I should not have to ask her to set boundaries with her ex. That should be automatic. The fact that she did not see a problem, the fact that she prioritized him over me repeatedly, that told me everything I needed to know. She cried harder, said she would change. I said I did not believe her. I told her to leave. She said this was her apartment too. I said fine, I would leave. I packed a bag, threw in clothes, toiletries. She followed me around, begging me to stop, to talk, to give her another chance. I did not respond. I left, went to my friend's place, crashed on his couch. He asked what happened. I told him everything. He said I made the right call, that Emma and Tyler's dynamic was not okay, that I deserved better. I wanted to believe him. But part of me wondered if I overreacted, if I should have tried harder, given her another chance. Then my friend showed me something, pulled out his phone, pulled up Instagram, hesitated, said I might not want to see this, but I should know. He showed me the screen. Emma had posted a photo from that night at the bar, her and Tyler, sitting close on a bar stool, his arm around her shoulders, her head tilted toward him, both smiling, big smiles, happy smiles, the kind of smiles people have in couple photos. Caption said, reunited with this one. Heart emoji, posted 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. While I was at my friend's place, while I was questioning my decision, while I was wondering if I overreacted, she was posting photos with Tyler, not texting me, not trying to fix things, posting about how happy she was to be reunited with her ex. I handed the phone back, felt numb. My friend asked if I was okay. I said yeah, I was okay. Better than okay. I made the right choice. I blocked her that night, blocked her on everything. Phone, Instagram, Facebook, did not want to see, did not want to know. I was done. 3 days later, a mutual friend reached out. Said Emma was a mess, crying constantly, saying she messed up, that she did not realize what she was doing, that she wanted me back. I said no. The friend said Emma and Tyler were not together, that nothing happened between them. I said it did not matter. Something did not have to happen for boundaries to be crossed. Emotional cheating is still cheating. And that was what Emma did. She emotionally checked out of our relationship, checked back into her feelings for Tyler. Maybe nothing physical happened, but everything else did. The friend said I was being harsh. I said, maybe. But I was protecting myself. It has been 2 months. I have not spoken to Emma. I heard through people that she and Tyler are hanging out more. Maybe dating. Maybe not. I do not care. I am doing better now. The first few weeks were hard. I kept questioning my decision, wondering if I gave up too easily. But then I would remember the way she looked at him, the way she prioritized him, the way I felt invisible when he was around. And I knew I made the right choice. I deserved to be someone's first choice, not their backup plan, not the safe option while they figure out their feelings for someone else. I deserve someone who sets boundaries automatically, who does not need to be asked to respect our relationship, who makes me feel secure, not anxious. Emma was not that person. Maybe she did not mean to hurt me. Maybe she genuinely thought they were just friends. But impact matters more than intent. And the impact was that I felt like I was losing her. Slowly. To someone from her past. I am dating someone new now. We have been seeing each other for 3 weeks. It is early, but it already feels different. She does not have an ex in her life. No complicated history. No blurred boundaries. Just us. Building something new. Clean slate. She asked about my last relationship. I told her the truth, that my ex could not let go of her ex, that the boundaries were not clear, that I walked away. She said she respected that boundaries matter, that if she ever made me uncomfortable, she wanted to know. I appreciated that. The awareness, the willingness to prioritize us. Sometimes I see Emma's name pop up. Mutual friends mention her, say she asks about me. I do not respond. I do not want to open that door again. I made my choice. I chose myself. And I would make that choice again. If this resonated with you, please subscribe. Sometimes the hardest thing is walking away from someone you love, because you love yourself more. Thanks for listening.